And welcome back to another episode of the Throwdowns, or whatever we want to call it now. Basically, where we pick a topic and we debate about it, and things might get a little hairy or not hairy. It depends on how you want to look at it. Welcome back, guys. Cast, Scales, how you both doing on this fine day?
Just very excited to be here. Very
Very
excited.
exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
Swell. Doing swell.
Swell. Okay, I can
Swell guy.
deal with swell. I think we got a pretty good show here on tap. We are going to discuss. It's going to be a battle to the death, battle to the finish.
Oh,
Maybe too soon for one.
let's
Yeah,
say
let's
battle to
let me
the
let me rewind that. Maybe I should have thought about that before because we love this guy, but
Edit that out and post.
edit that out. We got Jim Carrey versus Robin Williams. Two iconic characters. Both have a wide array of being able to do certain roles. I mean, they're more known for funnier type positions, but I think both, you could say, have been able to dabble in the more serious side of things as well and do a good job. But that's not the point here. We're going to just go into it and decide who do we like more, or who do we enjoy more of their films. So if one of you fellers would actually put some time on the clock here, I'm gonna go get my gong from the car. I had to bring it out the other day and utilize it at work.
Oh man.
I got you covered for the timer.
All right, let me get this here. I'm gonna grab the gong here.
Pray tell, how did you utilize the gong at work?
Oh, to let everybody know when their set was done, when they were doing their reps and everything. So to move on to their next set.
You know, maybe like strengthening somebody's face by bashing it into the gong.
Well, that too.
Oh my god.
But all right, let me ring my
Sets of
gong here.
three.
All right, I'm gonna ring the gong. There we go. All right, we got the timer on the clock here.
Mhm.
Let's Scales. Let's go to you first. Robin Williams versus Jim Carrey. Who do you got? Who you?
Wow. This is tough. Two 90s legends. So many classic comedy movies in the era that we grew up in. We discussed on our favorite Disney character throwdown. The genie was my favorite Disney character of all time. So this makes this decision even harder for me. But you know what? I'm going Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey for me growing up was the pinnacle of comedy. Dumb and Dumber, my all-time favorite comedy movie, as we've discussed that before. Stupidity, but so dumb it's stupid, of course, like a quote on the back of my shirt here. But other than Dumb and Dumber, I mean, Ace Ventura 1 and 2, The Mask, so many. He just had that run there in the like early mid 90s that was just unstoppable, and he was on top of the world. And not that Robin Williams didn't have some great movies as well, but for me, Jim Carrey, I would just see his face, and if he was on a movie poster and I saw that coming out soon, I'm like, I got to see this. This guy's hysterical. And I remember a little bit of him on In Living Color. I know we were young when that show was airing, but I definitely had memories of that. And that stuck with me as well. So Jim Carrey is my choice. Alrighty then.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice pick right there. All right, I can't disagree with you on all that stuff, but let's see what Mr. Cass has to say. Cass, who are you going with?
Both of these guys you really would describe as forces of nature. They burst onto the scenes. Robin Williams did in the late 70s and then came to major prominence during the 80s. And then Jim Carrey, 1994 was the year of Jim Carrey, where he dropped Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber all in the same year. Like, that's
It's crazy.
when does that even happen? Like, went from most people didn't know him, even though he was on In Living Color.
Did he sleep that
Everybody
year?
knew him,
Like...
and everybody was like acting like him in grammar school.
Yep.
Jim Carrey is a hilarious actor. The rubber face, and he's a good actor too. Like you said, he was able to flex a little dramatic acting muscle. He's very funny. He's quick. I think he's a good improviser. Robin Williams, an even better dramatic actor. He actually went to Juilliard, which is impressive, prestigious.
Yep.
If I have to choose between the two, because we do, I'm going to go with Robin Williams, because I think they're similar in that they're both bold comedic performers and very physical, but Robin Williams has a way of touching you, and it's not just because he's passed, and it's very sad that he did. That was crushing. But he has the way of tugging at your heartstrings a little bit as well. And also in 1 Hour Photo, he showed he could be pretty damn scary too. But just thinking, Mrs. Doubtfire and The Birdcage are two movies I could watch on a loop over and over and over. And he's so funny in both of them, but you believe him as like a touching guy with a heart of gold. And not that Jim Carrey can't do that, but he's still more like the mask never really comes down in the comedic roles, I would say. And I don't mean the mask. I meant like the rubber face persona. So if I had to pick between the two, Robin Williams, just because he's got that little extra dimension that hits home.
Nice, good choice. Good choice. All right, boils down to my pick here. Again, not a very easy pick. I agree with both of your sentiments on both Jim Carrey, Robin Williams. Definitely titans of their time. They really just kind of burst onto the scene, changed cultural stuff with, like you said, Cass, like everybody wanted to imitate Jim Carrey in school and all that stuff. And, so many movies to pick from, whether it's, funnier roles from all of them, and then just the more serious roles like Truman Show for Jim Carrey, which I thought was phenomenal by him. Robin Williams, Dead Poet Society, where he did that one that had some more serious tones to it as well. And then just some of their fun movies. Like I know Scales, there's a certain scene in what was that movie? Why am I drawing a blank on the one where he reverses in time, or
Robin Williams or Jim Carrey?
Yeah, Robin Williams, his clock speeds up as a kid.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, there's this the scene with J-Lo in that one. I think you know what scene we're talking about here, where it cracks you up every time you see it. But
it's horrible.
End of the day,
going to hell.
Yeah, end of the day, I have to go with one character in particular that just puts it over the edge for me, and that's Mrs. Doubtfire does it for me with Robin Williams. Just his overall,
Honey, I'm so happy.
it was run by fruiting. It's just his wide array of work that he's done, and just how, even just watching some of his interviews, when people would interview him, he was just off his rocker, but so funny. Like whoever was interviewing was always like in tears laughing too. He just had such a huge, personality, and he could just control the room and everything. But so yeah, end of the day, I got to go Robin Williams with just his overall, work that he's done. Again, nothing against Jim Carrey or anything, but yeah, just Robin Williams takes the cake for me. Any other final thoughts on either of these? Are both of you still happy with this outcome? Kind of Robin Williams taking the edge here, even if you grab Jim Carrey there?
Yeah, I'm fine with that as the lone Carrey supporter here. I'm good with that. We'd be remiss to not mention Jumanji. Not necessarily a comedic role, but just a fun movie that was right in the wheelhouse of our childhood. That is iconic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Hook, which
Hook,
got into.
Another one.
That's a big one for people our age.
There's so many. There's just too many to name here. We'd have to have a longer show to talk about all these
dramatic roles. We have to mention Good Will Hunting.
Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely. Both had that wide array that they could do both, even though they weren't really known for that. That people just thought, oh yeah, they're funny. But
did they ever do anything together? They should have. That's a pairing that should have happened.
Yeah,
I agree. That could have been really well done.
Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire has been on Freeform for whatever reason a lot lately, and actually I've rewatched it like twice within the past month. Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, it's
so good.
I'll say one other thing too. They both were stand-up comedians, but Robin Williams was a much better stand-up comedian.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely agreed.
I got to see him on Broadway.
Nice.
2009-ish.
Cool.
So it's
a great.
That's awesome. I don't remember that much of it, but I cherish the memory that I actually got to.
Oh, absolutely.
In the room with him.
I'm jealous that you were able to see that. That was cool.
Yeah.
Scales, you didn't mention my favorite Jim Carrey movie, Liar Liar.
Oh yeah,
I think that's, even though it's not dramatic at all, it's the first role where he was showing that he's also a person. The cable guy, but
freaking
in one of those,
Jose Canseco.
In one of those over-the-top comedic roles, there are still parts where he has to dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, Liar Liar is really good.
That's true. Good call. We could easily, we could easily talk about both of these for a whole long time, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But it's been an absolute pleasure, guys. I think that was a well-oiled debate there. If you at home have a different opinion other than Robin Williams or Jim Carrey, if you got somebody else that's on your mind that you're like, you know what, I think this person actually matches up better with either of them, let us know in the comments.
Start your own show.
Or you could do that, and then we'll collab. Reach out to our people. Our people talk to your people. Continue to watch our videos, please. I know we're getting back out there. We're getting the dust off of us and getting the cobwebs off of our equipment. But we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back with a fury, and we're enjoying doing this for you guys. And hopefully you're enjoying our material. Keep watching our videos on YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple. Follow us on the TikToks, on the Instagrams. All that social media good stuff. And again, let us know. Reach out to us if you got any ideas. Just if you want any collabs, talk to our people, like I said. And until next time, I guess. Until next time, fellers.
All right.
We'll
Take
see
care,
you
everybody.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.